You'd be. The poster road's bad,
Yeah.
yeah, which it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be because, there's a lot of riders, a really nice surface. But there are a lot of people that live down that road that are fans.
Yeah.
The best loop to ride used to be what was called the Trimble Loop, and you'd go. Start in town and go up to Trimble and cross over to 203 and come back in, or Baker's Bridge out that way. I stopped riding them just because too many close calls.
Yeah.
And it's usually trucks almost hitting you with mirrors, almost every time.
Yeah.
And when cell phones really started going nuts, I think it got 3 times as dangerous.
I'm just distracted crossing over the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Not even knowing.
And instruments are always scary. Like in people's RVs too. It's just like it's just close.
Yeah.
A big object, it's close.
Yeah.
You know, I used to go ride Hesper's Hill all the time and go back around and back in, and I don't like riding up that hill anymore.
Yeah.
Just because of the traffic. I didn't really enjoy riding the hill either. But
Love hate.
yeah, it was a good ride though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it right now.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
My life depended on I might be able to go out, Bob stuck I'll come back. It would be enjoyable. You're with us, Linda?
Yes, I am.
All righty, perfect. We'll jump back into it. 10 o'clock. Mr. Musco here, that Forest Service. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to make it with our weather and roads.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's important. You have a map for you, which is one of the reasons we come over. I'll leave this with you guys and this Sheriff Bridge and everybody.
Okay.
But I just wanted to chat about some of our timber sales and plans for you. Do we have this one?
We had it hanging and Amber needed it,
That
but
was
we
the
haven't
update.
had it.
Okay, good.
This is the next day.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's the one. This is the one. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see that one, we can post that one, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. I like having it up there.
Yeah, we'll put it
So,
back.
yeah, please do. Just a couple updates on that. So, groundhog sales are continuing. We got 3 to 5 more years of our sales there. And then, plan on selling Maveriso this year after the Cottonwood Road gets fixed up. And so that's still a go for the summer. I don't have any dates on it, so I apologize. I don't know when that'll happen this summer. And then some of the consequences of that too is that, some of those sales now, like, I'm kind of a little bit west of the Dolores Norwood Road, so that's Genuine, and some of those others you'll see on that map, currently are heading across Bradfield Bridge and out. But with Cottonwood good to go, they might start moving east and come down Cottonwood and then hit the county road on West Fork there before in Montezuma County.
Okay.
So just kind of some awareness on that, and then our glade sales are continuing. And then we talked last time about some of those changes on Navajo Lake going from designated to designated dispersed. So tried that, since that out to you guys on the email addresses that I had.
Yeah.
And March 9th is the kind of like 30-day cutoff, but obviously always game to take feedback from you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of what I had on my radar. Any?
No, I like that, designated dispersed. I know when I was up on Mormon Forest Service Patrol, it seemed like that was getting extremely popular. I'm telling you, go up to.
So we're definitely not going down to 0. It's going down to 9 sites. And so I think folks will still have opportunities to camp up there. I don't want to go to a reservation system. We're not proposing it this time. It's kind of first come, first served. Realizing that if they're all full, you need to find a different spot to camp for the night. So kind of, the implementation of that is we'll have to spend a lot of time and resources sending folks out there to get people used to the system. And we will have trailhead information, both for us and the Woods Lake GMUG side as well. And so just kind of try to do as minimal amounts of restrictions on public access up there as possible for camping.
Yeah.
But still trying to protect our resources.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Fire outlook.
Yeah, I'm always reluctant to call. I have not seen any, 3 to 4 month, outlook forecast for our area. Obviously, I do have concerns, with where we're at. Although taking the storms today and see what we get. But really for our season, I feel like because we have that monsoonal push, usually July, it was late this year. But it's like we get in a spot where we can see a storm pushing our season back a week, and then if we get something the next week, then like that kind of maybe throws that week out.
Yeah.
And so we'll just kind of really dependent. But historically, what we've seen is that we've had large fire years on years that we have a lot of moisture the previous year. So you grow your grasses, you grow those fine fuels, and then continue to burn them on a dry year the next year. And I think so. What's on my mind is like all those fall storms that we got. I have no doubt, we had grass response to that. And so we have the fuels out there, and so that definitely has potential to be one fire year. And I think somewhere across the West will be, whether it will be us or not, question.
Yeah.
So on that, we are trying to think hard about restrictions. I think realistically, it's kind of hard to imagine a summer season that we don't have at least stage 1 or stage 2 fire restrictions. So kind of limiting fires to designated campgrounds or stage 2. No fires in the forest.
Yeah. Which I think more traditionally our restrictions here with the sheriff's office have been pretty close with yours.
Sure.
Except this last year, I think we went in earlier with that was probably our control burn risk.
Right.
Condition. So my guess is that we might put it in maybe earlier than what we're seeing.
Sure.
Elsewhere this year.
One of the things that we're also trying to think about on the forest is stage 3 restrictions are where we typically would do a full forest closure. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of that approach because I think our fire risk minimization we get out of that isn't worth the amount of effort it takes to go implement that. And I don't have gates everywhere. So that means that you're staffing them if you want to try to enforce that. And it's just such a diverse district, like your guys' county is, right? Where it's like, when you're dealing with ponderosa pine all the way up to alpine, it's difficult to make rules that make sense for that whole area.
Yeah. Kind of one encompassing role. One size fit all with it.
Right. And so thinking about, where would it make sense for us to kind of prioritize patrols and then maybe not swing the gates, still let the public access it, but just really get more of my folks out in the woods so that we could catch something quickly. So we're considering that and just kind of what alternatives are there out there to full forest closure?
And funding for staff and everything right now. How's that looking?
There is some good news. We are getting seasonal employees this year. What that'll look like for us is about 3 or 4 in the rec program, which would be good. Mainly looking at motorized trails because that's kind of where we have some external funding. Spending our resources on that, but some non-motorized trail maintenance as well. So it's more than last year, so I'm happily take it. Yeah.
It was less than last year. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh. Phyllis,
No,
Linda,
I don't have anything.
coming down Cottonwood and then hitting our West Fork Road.
No, I do have
Seal.
problems with that. I
Okay.
already have a problem. The trucks have been coming off of there and going to Road 38 and down. And the one complaint was bicycle. That the truckers are going way too fast, Fred bicycles going along.
Sure.
But what upsets me is they've been using it, not even telling us it. But then we called the trucking company, which I don't quite believe them, but, I can't say they're lying or not, but they said that just miscommunication. That they was going the wrong way because they just was miscommunication between them and no, because it's a lot shorter, a lot quicker.
For Montrose, for sure, it's a viable route for them, saves the mile.
And that was the ones that had to
One thing I'll say,
going down, and then then went a day or two later, and we got a complaint about them, worried about somebody up there on the Well, West Fork Highway said that they're really worried about bicycles. And I guess, somebody in a pickup did hit a bicycle. Bicyclist, and it wasn't too bad, but if it'd been on logging trucks, they'd been dead. There was no chance there.
Sure.
So I don't know what to do about that.
So certainly I can pass that message along. The other thing I'd say is that, you know, the bulk of that hauling is gonna be wintertime hauling. And we're intending to continue to close the Cottonwood Gate. And so, you know, that'll eliminate, you know, use for there, and then winter cycling's less common than summer cycling, for sure. So it's probably the best possible outcome there.
And we talked about signs a little bit before, just watch for cyclists and these, which will probably help. Not even just on that road, but I think on Williamston too, and maybe slow people down. Myself included, I mean, it's always a good reminder to remind me.
You know, fire last year, that was the biggest complaint. Beyond the fire was the driving. Not of the fire trucks or the
Passenger vehicles.
passenger
That's
vehicles
lying on that road.
lying on that road.
That was a continuous year.
Yeah.
Sure.
The one resident up there that did bring up that concern, his point was the curves in the road,
Maybe it's going too fast.
that, you know, most time when you're driving on that road, you get in another lane to turn the corner, and he was worried about the extra long log trucks doing the same, and somebody getting hurt was
For sure.
all he had to say, so.
On signage, you know, it's not in the contract, so I don't have much tools to force them to do that, but certainly I can ask
Okay.
and see what they say.
When, so you guys will get done with the Cottonwood Road this summer?
Yeah. As soon as I get dates, I'll share them with you guys. I don't have them.
When do you anticipate them starting to log in Cottonwood area? In the
Well,
winter, next winter?
so the Maveriso sale to the east of Cottonwood there would probably go out in fall of this year.
Okay.
Again, it's hard to say when they'd start up on that. There's
Yeah.
some more road repairs that need to happen up above Cottonwood to make that viable. And then, but I could expect the hauling piece from the Ponderosa sales to probably head that way, you know, in the fall. As soon as that's done, they head up there again for wintertime.
And exactly what are you guys doing to the Cottonwood Road? You're widening it
Correct.
in where at?
So along some of the curves in it, I don't know exactly where, and then the other
Okay.
piece of it is there's a bridge replacement. Kind of towards the end, down towards West Fork there, that needs to happen to be viable for log trucks.
Is that right where it washed out last year?
I don't think it's a couple years ago, I don't think exactly there. There's one bridge on the whole thing.
Yeah. And you guys have chip seal repair on West Fork Road coming up this year. Right?
Yeah.
Finish out that section of, was it 8 lines? So
9?
9?
It's right at 9-1.
Okay.
When will you guys start that?
Probably. Well, as soon as we get our MAD done, depends on how quickly we can get started on MAD. Then after MAD, we still got a crush too.
Yeah.
We'll try to figure it out, and it's gonna take a while to do.
Yeah.
But we'll have to crack seal before we even go in there and put in chip seal on. That we for sure can have logging trucks running on them. That's for sure.
And they need stickers coming out that way too.
Yes. Yep. How many years do you anticipate them using the West Fork Road?
Sure. Hard to say, you know, the Maveriso would probably be a 5-year contract. And then, probably that long too for the Ponderosa sales to the west then, in that direction.
And how much is one of your 40 footers? They are 4,850 delivered.
Yeah, and it's, we'll keep you apprised of the timeline.
Yeah.
As we get into it.
That's fine, because I'm hoping one of my contracts.
Got anything else right now? Just stay in contact as conditions are updated.
We'll do, and as I get dates for the,
You betcha, thank you.
forgot, but I'll let you guys know for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any support you need from us, this county right now, anything?
Going all again, but please stay in touch.
Everybody.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dylan's coming, where are you guys meeting? And then, I have questions, Steve, because we didn't let the
Yeah.
solar company use the road art after we chip sealed it.
No, needs to be.
We're gonna chip seal Westport and the loggers. Are they gonna be able to use it? I mean, is that
Yeah, 'cause
something
they
that-
have solid base on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
on the Westport?
Well,
Okay, yeah.
if you start getting trucks so heavy on there, it might tear it up. Very heavy.
I think something we need to look at is a fee per
Okay.
load instead of just the one time 250 for the 1,200 loads. Yeah, or something, especially where they're gonna be going agricultural scale. It's gonna get very expensive for us.
Yeah, who was the log truck that wrecked up there?
Hmm.
Who was the log truck that wrecked there?
And your phone number.
Didn't they have a wreck last week?
Cindy Davidson.
We had a long truck rat.
Yeah, they tipped it over and was trying to get it flipped back up before anybody knew about it.
Huh,
Logs over, they said.
interesting.
And the driver, I understand, didn't have a driver's license. Or
Expired.
it expired or whatever.
Oh, no.
But they got two different tickets, whoever it was, but yeah, they was trying to get up there and get it done back up and nobody know about it. Which I don't know how Dawn heard about it, but Dawn was right on it.
Cause
What was
Larry
that, the state, or was that through our SO that ran all of that? Well, I guess where did they wreck exactly?
Right there at Greenville Basin,
Okay.
it was straightaway.
Huh.
I think he just wasn't paying attention and ran off the road.
Kind of
Right,
like our
yes,
truck
that
out
would be
on 15 on that straight.
But yeah, they tried getting a loader down there. Actually, Don called, or Jerry called me, the dispatch, and asked if I could have Larry take pictures
Yeah.
in case they was trying to get that set, set back up. And
Yep.
Larry went down there and he said the loader was there. And he said, what do I do? And I said, you just might suggest to them.
Mhm.
They don't have to listen to you, but you might suggest to them that you're taking pictures and the sheriff is only about 20 minutes out.
Yeah.
You might wanna just wait till the sheriff gets it.
Yeah.
And then state patrol did come and gave the driver 2 tickets.
Okay. It's a good state showed up.
But they had that loader there and they already had another truck getting ready to unload the logs off of that one and get on that one, so they was,
Yeah.
they just didn't know anybody would turn them in.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Which is
something that's
good.
hard to ignore is a typical logging truck. It's everywhere.
Logs everywhere.
Mhm.
Well, the road was blocked, they said.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know.
With the logs.
Jeez.
So anyway, they was trying to get away with it, and they didn't quite get it done, so.
So Dennis, what do we have to do in order to be able to charge these guys per haul? If they're gonna be using our roads, what is the process? Is it we have a road study done, or what do we have to do to be able to charge them more than $250?
We'll have an executive session at some point about it.
Okay,
Perfect.
we'll make it happen.
Just imagine, especially on a new chip seal.
Yeah.
Have
Mm-hmm.
They might not wanna drive on it, if they're responsible for damage to it.
Well, no damage you just to get on too early.
The hard part is just isolating who does it.
that, I mean, that's what they said out loud is how you get no test.
Well, we'll talk about it, but some of the things we can do is make them post bond or using the road to address any damages that come up. So
Each company.
each company posts a bond. We've never required a bond to be posted, but you do that.
Okay.
We do that the second month. Actually, I won't. It's
Is that the one I was trying to remember which one you said?
16th, we do it 16th, in Rico. Have an executive session, I think.
On when, 16th of March?
Yeah.
And we'll be in Rico.
For legal advice.
Regarding trucking permits.
So you guys can come to Rico that day.
There won't be any snow, don't worry.
Last year, remember when was it July and it was so hot? And we went up there and it rained. It was nice and cool. It was beautiful. Even the drive went down to like 60 degrees. It would been so hot and dry here. Just go to Margaret or Shay.
Sounds good, thank you.
Okay.
And thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
And you do have a copy of this map?
I see, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need.
how's everything going? On your end with everything?
Good.
How's everything going?
Good, our compressor,
That one that you were talking about looked good and worked?
looked at check for it.
Really?
And I said, you don't take check, we don't buy it, because we need paper trail.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and the guy didn't call back, so
Oh, okay.
it was sold, I mean, we already had everything going and.
Hey, so too bad.
Danny texted me that last time and said, hey, before county, my checks are good, you know, government check.
Yeah,
The guy texts back and he said, cash only. So, you know, we're not touching this thing.
yeah.
They could be stolen.
Totally.
Exactly.
And then I had, Jenny go ahead and text me back and see if she could give me the numbers off of the machine itself,
Yeah,
and he never texts back.
You've always got the sheriff's office run those. Is it vertical? If it's reported stolen, they put them in. Article.
if they've got their database and that thing is great, finding some
Yeah.
goods.
They just, but yeah, anything like that, if you're gonna buy. Get the numbers, the sheriff's office run
Too
them.
good of a deal, I kept thinking.
Yeah, too good to be true.
And when he started acting like that, I thought, we
But
need
you-
a paper trail, we can't just be.
But you'll need a compressor for your chip seal, for your
Yeah,
cracks.
we will. We'll crack seal, and if we
That's
get the
not
pressure, we need to keep that pressure board off.
I think Tom Dixon fixed it.
But all that didn't fall, that's station.
Lower Norwood Road. Anything going on with it with snow? Where we're at right now. It was up Saturday and the road was cleared and pretty much melted all the way up. Subdivision, so I don't know what they're gonna be getting out of these last storms.
So I guess tomorrow was a major one, right?
Yeah, so like 13 inches.
Yeah,
Really?
it says 3 to 7 inches for Duff Creek tomorrow.
13 to 16 up by.
Right.
Don't know where I.
Or
I think February, they're calling for like 19 inches in Telluride. I hope.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Curtis is wonderful update was you might get 50% chance of 50%.
Gosh, that's a good one, right? Wow.
10% chance.
Even with 2 inches with where the wind,
Really?
well,
Mhm.
yeah,
I wish I knew that. It'd take me
It's 2
full-
inches,
to get
you know.
full allocation.
Yeah.
Drift to road.
drifting, pulling shut.
And maybe
Yeah.
it'll just run off real fast.
Yeah.
So we're ready.
We're ready for that good
They
run.
might shut down school. They haven't had a snow day.
No,
Snow days are good.
They
Every
are.
kid deserves a snow day.
Yes, I agree.
Mhm.
you know, they have grandkids.
I know, I wish this here would have snow days.
Come on, Poppy, you can close the road.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh.
Couple times.
Well, the Jeff and Steve's like, sorry, I closed. Closed bad.
Especially this year with no snow, they haven't had much playing, so they get
Yeah.
one snow day, they deserve it.
Mhm.
Because that's what kids do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're out there in the snow all day,
Uh-huh,
which is really good for them.
yes,
Healthier than going to school that day.
Yeah.
yeah. Agree.
Derek was zooming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be a pretty bad fire here.
It could be. Yeah.
One year though, it was so dry, except nothing grew, so it wasn't a bad fire, because there wasn't nothing.
Our fuels didn't grow.
Yeah, they didn't grow, yeah.
I have seen, and I can't remember where, a couple places have already posted fire bans.
Well, there's a high fire danger for the front range.
Yeah,
Big
in the
time.
northeast.
And because of the high wind.
Yep, we're catching a blizzard down
Yeah,
here. They've
yeah.
got their
Yeah.
fire danger.
Yeah.
northeast.
They were gonna shut the electricity down,
Really?
because it was 60
Yeah.
mile per hour
Well,
winds.
Yeah.
yeah, the winds.
Mhm.
Boy, the wind was whipping early this morning,
They
wasn't
said
it?
she didn't even, that's not even do it as usual.
Yeah, scared me.
Yeah.
That's when you do worry about the electricity lines
Yeah.
hitting each other, causing a power outage.
And he got up, I think she said at 3:30 this morning and went and put her hand on the window, on that south facing window, and she could feel it moving ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see
That was
if I
kinda
could hear it.
Too.
When you worry about dead trees blowing over.
Yeah, yeah.
My neighbors, that weeping willow, whatever it's called, there's limbs straight
Everywhere.
yard.
I know,
Sure.
yeah.
Crazy.
It's supposed to get windy again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Steve said, drifts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. It was somebody that bus, they were carrying on about school being so much. Good.
Yeah.
Report.
Not
Yeah.
bad things.
Nice.
Yeah,
Once or twice, yeah.
and kids was everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Having a great,
Uh-huh.
that's right, playing in the snow.
Hey, Dirk.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Did you get much snow where you're at?
Oh, we got about maybe half inch to an inch. So good start. Hopefully it keeps coming.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for zooming in today.
You're welcome. So you ready for me to get started?
Yes, sir. If you're ready, we can get rolling.
All right, sounds good. So for projects that we have going this year over in the Dolores County area, is that we'll be doing determination of NEPA adequacy to add about 10 more units to the West Rim treatment area. So we've been doing, some burning and vegetation treatment in that area for quite a few years now. And we're just, continuing to work along that boundary to reduce, the wildfire risk by reducing fuel loads in that area. So this is just a continuation of that project, and I can share a map real quick, I believe, if I can find the share button here. Let me see.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Oh. Here
Let
it
me make
is.
it. Did it work?
Actually, I don't know what my computer is doing and it's not letting me.
There you go. Maybe now you can.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's not you. It's just my toolbar came up and for whatever reason, let's see. There you go. Let me open those back up again. All right. And can you see a map there?
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. So these purple units here, and then down here, pretty much directly east of Egner and then east of Dove Creek. You have any questions on any of that?
No, haven't been working with any property owners for your mitigation there in the where the two properties above.
We have not. No, not in this area. We haven't been in contact with anybody directly.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, we do provide, notification to landowners when we're going to burn and things of that sort. But as far as any, cross boundary coordination for treatment on both sides, no, we haven't. All right, and then we continue to do work out in the Dawson area, and we'll continue to, do that through this upcoming year. So again, we're doing another decision of NEPA adequacy to continue adding units for burning up in that area. Sorry, this map's pretty large scale, so there's no fine detail, but that's kind of the area that we're looking at, and it's just in Dolores County there. And then the only other thing I had to add was that with American Helium, they were provided a grant to plug and abandon several wells within their areas of production. We have yet to receive or to approve any sundries for that work, but we anticipate that those will be coming in here soon. And I believe they received funding to plug up to 18 wells. So that's kind of where we're at with them there. Any questions on that?
Don't have any.
How many of them were in Dolores County, or were they more? For those
I think the majority of them were in San Miguel County. So I'm not, but I'll actually get more information on that. Our Ryan, who you met last time, he's on leave this week, so I wasn't able to ask him about the exact location of those wells that will be plugged and abandoned. But I will get that information and send it to you.
After
All
the
right.
conversation last time, looking, the plug and abandonment of those wells, it doesn't, I guess, bode well for that industry over there. I don't know if plugging those wells and then reclaiming everything might open it up for another company to come in and pick up, but it just doesn't look good for the future with that industry.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, they're plugging and abandoning things that they've gone in and while the previous company had gone in, to identify, whether or not they were still able to produce, and they identified that they weren't, so that's why they've, decided to go ahead and plug and abandon. So, unless new technology, comes about or another reservoir is identified, you're correct. I don't foresee that there'll be, additional production, at least specific to these wells.
I know probably more in line with Kinder Morgan, but I'm trying to get something lined up for just the beginning stages of research to reclaim some of the wells up here for geothermal production. But
Mm-hmm.
that is that technology is in its infancy here. And yeah, it's just in the beginning right now, so hopefully something can come in on this side and maybe have some viable options for it elsewhere, but I think we're quite a few years out with anything on that end.
I have a question. Derek, do you know, does reclamation on the well sites, does that include pipelines? Or do they end up leaving the pipelines in the ground?
You know, it depends on the situation. You know, if they're found that there are no, environmental concerns, it's usually better just to leave them be. You know, they actually create, more damage by removing pipelines than just leaving them buried. So, but if we, there again, are aware that there may be leaks and things of that sort, we require that they remedy that, before making the decision to just abandon in ground. But in my limited experience with this, we have there again, authorized just leaving it in ground because it would be less damage to the environment than trying to have it removed.
Got it. And I'm assuming they have to at least flush the system or something, purge the
Correct.
system, say.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, we just have some potential reclamation probably in our near future on some of these production facilities, so. Thanks.
All right. Any questions on anything else?
Nothing on that. No, gearing up for potential rough fire year, which conditions the next few months will really dictate that. But that's on our mind. Talked with Nick a little bit ago. Maybe implementing a fire ban earlier this year, just intentional on our conditions and what it looks like.
Sure. Yeah. We'll be, participating in, those zone, calls as soon as they are started up. And, like you're saying, we'll see how things, develop over the course of the next, month to 2 months. And, hopefully we get in, more of the storms that we're getting this week here into the future that will at least, delay things. But yeah, we've had such a dry winter that, it's going to be, tough to make it up, at this point. But, as we've all experienced, I think, trying to think when it was, we had this one winter that, started about now and went all the way till May and kind of saved our bacon that year. And then the monsoons came, and there again, when we were expecting a pretty active fire season, we didn't have much of one at all. So we'll see how things progress and plan accordingly. We do anticipate to have, our full, fire resources. I guess that's one thing. Glad you brought that up, is that the Department of Interior has, moved towards a consolidated agency called the Wildland Fire Service. That happened on February 8th. We've been told that for the 2026 fire season that we shouldn't anticipate, any difference in what we've, done here historically with regards to where units are stationed, how they are, how they are, going to be dispatched and things of that sort. So this year we don't anticipate any changes when it comes to that, and expect to have our full complement of fire resources available to us for this fire season.
That's good that the operation doesn't sound like it's going to change. With that consolidation with the fire service, did that impact funding for you guys any at all?
We are not sure. That is something that they're still working on, and they didn't know, they didn't have a clear picture yet on, how that was going to work, because basically what this is doing is consolidating, the Bureau of Land Management, Fish and Wildlife Service, Bureau of Indian Affairs, and National Park Service fire resources into one, agency, standalone, wildland fire service, and how they're going to take funding from those existing agencies where they were originally under and fund them under this new agency, hasn't been fully fleshed out yet. So, from like a fuels perspective, those folks are moving over to this new agency as well. So we're not sure how that's going to affect the land management agencies and fuel mitigation type projects. So that still remains to be seen on how that's all going to flesh out here in the end.
Okay. Hopefully they keep the funding levels the same or increase it. I know
Mm-hmm.
situation the state's in with a lot of things, so I think it might be the worst area that any cuts would be made.
Right.
But yeah, for us, I think I'm gonna be visiting with the sheriff and then also the chief here with our fire department, and probably have a stronger PR initiative this year for controlled burns. Like that's a larger risk factor for our bigger fires here getting out of hand. I know our fire department here has been working on some burns as conditions permit and trying to get a lot of those knocked out this winter. So
Mm-hmm.
try and do that in the PR, but
Sure.
hopefully it's good. It's here. Linda, you have anything?
I don't.
Rose?
No,
I don't think I've got anything else.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if at any time, you have a need for information on anything, Bureau of Land Management, definitely let us know. And then I'll get with Shayla about scheduling the next quarterly meeting.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Anything we can do to support you right now? Anything you need from the county?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks for taking time to jump on today, and yeah, hope everything goes well for you.
All right. Thank you as well.
Thank you, Derek.
All right. Bye-bye.
Is there anything else? So we do have a meeting next week. We'll include the third end of month workshop. So anything that comes up, we can tack on then.
We did revise our, septic permit that we had. We updated it a little bit. Does that have to come before these guys, or can we just let them see it? We didn't really make a lot of changes, but there were some things on here we need to add, make it be more current, so.
Well, in the, in our resolution, we've got A through I as what their permit application must include. Do you have that in there?
I don't know. We'll just have to go look at it and see.
So our regulation 43.
Oh, let me see. All on there.
Yeah, that's the regulation.
Perfect. I thought it was hashed out pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Shop, so.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff that we even had in our regulation last time was redundant with regulation 43, like we did a resolution, and if you have stricter requirements or vary from regulation 43, then you're supposed to add something in there and then reference it in the checkbox stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff is redundant, I'm just taking it out, yeah, and regulation 43 is so complete, as long as you use the checkbox.
Yeah.
And there actually is a spot on the checkbox that says you are doing your own regulation or you're relying on the checkbox regulation in 43. So pretty simple stuff. I should have this ready for you guys so what I want you guys to do is look at it and then give the green light to send it to the state for their approval. And then we would send it for the hearing.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of time, and I think it's June.
Perfect.
The only thing I don't have, but this is all included correct in like the, engineer will do, property boundaries, water sources, utilities, all that stuff. It does ask on here, are there any wells within 100 feet? Somewhere. Okay. Located in a floodplain, any wells located. I think we're good there. Do I need to add anything else? I think it's all.
I mean, it does have to catch all any other information, data plans, specifications and tests as may be required by the designated
Okay.
U.S. County representative, so. I thought there is, if it looks like. If it looks like the proposed location of the treatment bed is too close to a boundary. We can say, hey, you're gonna have to survey that boundary.
Yeah.
Okay. But Julie's still saying that, you know. So, well, next month, we'll, probably first meeting of next month. Well, that's only March already, isn't it?
We're on top of things, we're changing.
Yeah,
Keep it going.
let me play it by ear, let me get this, when it's done, then we'll put it on the agenda and we'll get it rolling. Yeah, and then, have you guys decided what you wanna do on, the more pressing one is the wildland? You guys decided, I mean, you want me to do a resolution just wholesale adopting the wildland, or do you? Remember, it needs to be, supposed to be adopted by April and,
Implementation July 1st.
enforcing July 1st. I don't know what other. I was just talking to, are we off or?
Oh, so
Are we off around?
I'll make a
On.
motion.
We're on.
I mean, I don't think we have any other business. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Motion second to adjourn. Any other discussion for adjournment?
I don't have any.
Hearing none, all in favor of adjourning?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, as well.
We missed you, Linda.
All right, you guys can have lunch at Lunchbox.
Okay, we'll be thinking of you.